Hi guys, it's Kamala Devi Sharma, life coach and business consultant. In this video, we're talking with Melissa, and I really like Melissa's email because it shows how complex life can become based on the beliefs we live by. So here's what Melissa needed guidance on. Melissa said, "Hi Kamala Devi, I love your thoughts on the twin flame idea. I never thought about it that way. My predicament is that I am married 8 years now. I have two boys and I am pregnant with my third child. Over time, I believe that my husband was my twin flame, but for the past 2 years, I have been second guessing this based on the way he behaves and the things that he says to me. He is never wrong, and I feel mentally and emotionally abused by trying to prove myself to him. It is sad to say that our connection has broken, but I'm pregnant and I'm not sure what to do. What would you advise me to do in this situation? I look forward to your assistance. Blessings, Melissa." So, Melissa, I can totally understand the level of frustration that you're going through because even though you're pregnant and all of this internal work is taking place, you're still called to deliver externally. You're still called to take care of these two kids. And it can be very frustrating because I know that you're trying to meet the development goals of these two kids as well as bring more ease, joy, love, calm, and well being to yourself and this child that is developing within you. So I totally understand and I know it's frustrating, but what I'm going to share with you here, I want you to be very open minded with it, and I want you to also trust that this is not permanent. Whatever you're going through is not permanent, and this too shall come to pass. So clarity will come from understanding the processes. Let's look at pregnancy in itself. When you're pregnant, your body changes a lot. Your body and your energy field expands and keeps on expanding as the child is growing within you, as the child is developing. So, as you expand, you'll find that lots of stuff that you may have buried within you for a very long time will start surfacing. And this is just telling you what you need to heal within you. So even though you're becoming aware of the things that you buried within you, just know to yourself that this needs to be healed, this needs to be released, and I'm going to release it. I'm going to grow to be a better version of myself. The kind of approach you take towards what's happening with you right now is also building the blueprint in this child. It's also telling this child how it needs to cope with whatever life throws at it, with whatever challenges it faces. So the kind of person that you are right now definitely impacts the kind of person this child is going to be. So I want you to know to yourself that this is healing for you. And you need to recognize that you're just healing in this process. Now, another thing, when you're pregnant, you're very sensitive because of all of this expansion that's taken place. So the things that never used to bother you will suddenly bother you. And you need to know that your mental health is really your responsibility. It's very sad to say, but it is your responsibility. Your husband will not know how to deal with you. Your husband will not know how to bring satisfaction to you. Only you will know that. And what you need to do in this process is just try as much as possible to take some time out during the day. If it's in the morning or if it's in the evening, just try as much as possible to take some time out to revive, to rejuvenate, so that whenever you're dealing with the kids, you are there in the present moment and not whatever healing needs to take place and whatever emotions are arising within you is overpowering you in that moment. So try as much as possible to be mindful and use some very simple, effective self awareness techniques to help you ground as much as possible. The Revive and Thrive meditation series will be super beneficial for you during this time because it will help you to heal. Heal the anger, heal the fears, heal the frustration, heal the sadness. It will help you to heal your negative emotions. And it will also help you to work with your higher self to really co create the days and the outcomes you would like to see manifest in your life. So consider getting the Revive and Thrive meditation series for that purpose. Now, another thing, twin flame. So, you said that initially and over time you believe that your husband was your twin flame. So, you see, this comes back to the fact that we need to be really careful of the meanings that we are giving to things, the kind of labels that we're using to classify things in our life, the kind of definitions we're attaching to those labels, because whatever we attach meaning to, this is what we are going to live by. Now, the thing with the twin flame, as I would have explained in the previous video, it's that it teaches us to be dependent. It programs us to be dependent. It programs us to keep reaching outside of us for love, for support, for care, for attention, for all good feelings. Now, when we live by that belief, it really tells our subconscious mind that we are incomplete without this other person. We are incomplete at all levels in our being, in our existence. And when you live that way, whenever that person is removed from your physical space, whenever they're removed for a long period of time too, you get a hard blow. You really feel it, because then reality awakens you. Then it hits home that, I really do miss this person. I'm living my life as if I can't go on without them. And is that the reality? Is that how you really want to live? Is that your entire existence? Is that what you're going to live by throughout the rest of your lives? Now, for me, we born alone, we grow alone, we hurt alone, and we die alone. And this is not just because of how I was programmed. This is not just based on my experiences. This is observation. So many people, this is how we live. We come alone. And because of the fact that we come whole and we come alone, we need to learn our own coping strategies. We need to learn how we're going to deal with things, how we're going to grow in this time-space reality, how we're going to connect to this divine light that is available to us, and how we can become one with the universe. That's my belief. Now, when we live by the concept that my other half is out there, my soul, the other half of my soul exists, and I am incomplete without this person, then you're forming attachment. And there will come times when you will need to be detached. There will come times when you will need to deal with things on your own, and that other person wouldn't be there. And that too, this is your own path. This is your journey. Now, you can always bring someone into your physical space, and this will help you to have support, to have the kind of care and attention you need to keep on going. But being attached to that extent, feeling as if there is nothing else but this person in your life, feeling as if you can't exist because this person is not there, then that is a very limited way of living. And I know you don't need to hear all of this right now, but I really do need you to understand the process. I need you to understand that whatever you give meaning to, this is what will manifest. If you tell yourself that you can't live without him, if you tell yourself that you only exist because of him, if you tell yourself you're incomplete without him, then this is how your mind is going to make things appear for you. These are the kind of emotions and the kind of thoughts that will follow. And this is the kind of reality that you will live. So whenever he has to work or late, or whenever he has to travel, or things come up that he may not be there, you will feel unloved. You will feel unattended for. And this is not a very healthy way of living. This is not healthy for you. So something that you need to do, and I would advise you to do, is try to rework that momentum as much as possible. Try to rework that belief, because it is a very limited way to live. It's too much of an attachment to one thing. And when you're attached to one thing, it's like the magnets. Two positives will repel each other, two negatives will repel each other, but opposites will attract. So try as much as possible to seek the opposite within him, to bring the connection closer. And when you need your space, when you need your time, allow him to have his space and his time too. Think of it that way, so that you can keep on growing and you can keep on being a better version of yourself. Now, Another thing I want you to remember, because you had mentioned that you feel as if the connection has broken because of the way he behaves and the things he says to you. So this is his mindset. This is his programming that is coming out. And this is something that you need to recognize. It's not a direct attack on you. It's not him intentionally wanting to abuse you, or him saying to himself every day when he wakes up, I'm going to make her life miserable. He has two kids with you, and you have a third on its way. So what you need to remember, that this is his programming that is coming out, and you may not be the one to tell him, and he may not want to listen to it either, that he needs to be a little bit more mindful. But you can be mindful. You can shield you. You can armor you in the process, so that whatever is going on with him, whatever person he chooses to become in these moments, you can be the one to allow it to bounce off of you. You don't need to soak it up. You just need to shield you and protect you in the process, and allow him to go through whatever he's going through, and you keep doing what you have to do. That is my advice to you. All right. So basically, the bottom line, try to work on you. Try to look out for you. Try to protect you. Try to rework that belief that your twin flame exists and this guy may have been your twin flame, because that is dependency. And you don't want to be living from the outside in so much. There comes a point when you need to live from the inside out. Now that you're pregnant, whatever information you're exposing your mind to is super important for this child, because this child is taking in all of this information as well. So whatever coping strategies you use right now, whatever thoughts you're nurturing right now, this is what you're programming this child with. So you need to be very mindful of who you choose to be as you are healing and as you are transforming in this moment. I would advise you to get the Revive and Thrive meditation series as well. And don't take everything that is happening right now too seriously. Allow it to go through the process. You're going through a lot right now, so just allow it to go through the process and seek things in the environment that you really like to do. Seek things that bring you pleasure and joy, the smallest things. When you're having showers, release it all. Allow it all to wash away. When you're washing dishes, allow it all to wash away. Feel into it and pamper yourself as much as you can, because no one is going to do it for you. He's not going to do it for you. He has his own level of frustrations going. He has two kids, he has another on the way, he has to think about the hospital bills and how is he going to feed this third child. He has his own frustrations going. Whether he shares it with you or not, he has his own stuff going on. You need to look after you. You need to be there for your own mental health. It's tough. I know it's tough, but don't tell yourself it's tough. Don't tell yourself living is tough. This is all a part of the process. This is what you need right here now to become a better version of yourself. So use it in that way. I hope this video was helpful for you, Melissa, and my love, my blessings to you. My full support is with you as you bring this new life into this physical reality. Anyone that needs coaching, if you guys need guidance, feel free to email me at info@revive.coach or kamla09@yahoo.com. Remember, you guys can get the Revive and Thrive meditation series or a single coaching session, tarot, numerology, any of our coaching, healing, and momentum trainings on the website, https://revive.coach. Remember, you're royalty, so be magnificent and live in full enjoyment always, because that's life.